So this is interesting. I hope you guys are doing well today. I just wanted to get with the PL-XT, the Reate PL-XT, right? This is interesting. It really is. Um, I was shocked when I was at SHOT Show 2024 in late January in Vegas and saw these on their table. And also, they're going to have a utility knife come out. Is that the XOU, like for utility, right? I haven't seen that one out in the marketplace yet. It was on their table though, in different colors. That'll be interesting. But this, wow! And then, are you guys hearing that there's one of these coming out in a 3.5-inch blade? Somebody said something like that, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you could put a comment down below because you're keeping up better than I am. Nitro V on these, and that was interesting when I was at the SHOT Show, and they were going, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have them in Nitro V and G10 and steel liners and things like that." And it's like, Reate? I mean, Reate? That but that's the thing I'm always saying. It seems like about manufacturers that are making a real high end knife, and it'd be like if they would make that model in a G10, liner lock or whatever with a user steel like Nitro V or whatever. That'd be great because it'd be, right around $100 and not $400 and that kind of thing. And here it is, right? Here it is. Now, these are not under 100. They could be. No, they couldn't be. Yeah, 10% off of this would be like $11. So you'd be close to right at 100. And you can get these in so many colors. I mean, in so many colors, and a lot of them add to cart, whoop, out, add to, notify, blah, 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 I don't know. Yep, those are 3 notifies, but they'll be back in stock, I'm sure. And there's an add to cart. Oh, really? Oh, that was returned because of a weak detent? Shit, I should have got that one. 10% off, put me at 95 or something. And it's got the natural. Oh, that would have been good. Okay, whatever. Okay, so it's like 3-inch blade, 7 inches overall length. And I saw something on the Reate thing. They were saying, or somebody was saying that I think it was somebody at like either Crane or something going, this is an Alvin Lee design thing, but they're fat. But they're fat because of this kind of mechanism. So this has got this button pivot lock thing, okay? And we're going to take this apart because I want to look, and it'll be the last thing we do on this video because I may not get it put back together. I don't know. I don't know how it's set up, but I'm curious about that. Let me grab my... Okay, so that's definitely... I mean, there's no titanium in here. This is all steel liners. Oh, steel backspacer, pocket clip, all that kind of stuff. So, okay, bingo. Which means really for a 7-inch knife, it's not lightweight and it's definitely not slender. Okay, 4.2 ounces, which is not heavy, but I mean, there's knives that are like 8.5 inches that are 4.2 ounces, right? Not 7. So, okay, it just kind of gives you an idea. 118, 119 grams. So, okay. And since we're talking about the fact it's a little bit of a fatty, it's a 0.60. Okay. That's 15.4 millimeters. I mean, a lot of knives are pretty much 12. Okay. 12.3 or 4. This is 15.4. This is 3 millimeters thicker. Okay. That's a bunch. I mean, get down to 12. Get down to 12. Okay, there's 12. Okay, there's the outside. There's that. So really, you're missing that outer scale here to get there. 3.6 millimeter blade stock at 0.14. So yeah, that's some fairly thick blade stock considering how small it is and that kind of thing. Now, you got a lockout here, okay? So this, now you can move this, right? When you push this button now you can't, but here you can move it a little bit when you hit this release. It ain't gonna let it go closed, but you can move it. Now you can't, of course. Kick that back. Now, boom, no problem. Okay, does it lock up? Yeah, it locks up really good. And there it is. And let's take a look. It's centered for now. Wait until I get done with it. And here's the cover on the back. So it's right or left-handed. I don't think they lost any nights of sleep working fastidiously on the pocket clip, did they? It's pretty much a grab and go out of the bag, isn't it? Nothing, overly fascinating. It works, but okay. It's not a deep carry either, but you can flip it so you can go right and left. Now, you can't go right and left with the lock, and you can't go and do that with that. But I think lefties don't have a problem with being able to work, a button lock. And so, if I can do it left-handed, then a left-handed person can definitely do this left-handed pretty easily. Okay, so there's that now. What we ought to check, just for the hell of it, is... Oh, well, I was just wanting to check to see the sharpness out of the box, but wow, it's definitely sharp. Wow, it's got a good edge on it. That's sharp. So we're good. And it's a stone washi with satin flats on it, that kind of thing. Very sensible blade shape, easy to use there. So it's a chunky, what was Tri-State calling them? A chode, a little chode. So, I mean, he's funny as hell. He was doing a bunch of stuff for April Fools and stuff. But yeah. And so, hey, Tri-State, this would be your new, chunky chode knife that you ought to talk about right here. Or maybe you did. Can't remember now. The chunky chode right here. PL-XT. And, you've got these openings. Thank God that keeps the weight down. But this steel backspacer don't keep it down much. Ooh, that's a lot extra on there. Here's your thing. Depending on how big your hands are, there's going to be some guys where this may be a 3-finger knife. And it's almost a 3-finger knife for me, too. It's a 3.5. Okay, you got this little cutaway here. So as far as stropping and sharpening, you should be good, okay? You got enough clearance here to do that adequately without banging into stuff. Ambidextrous thumb studs, they're easy to get to, and I don't know but what you can't maybe remove them, and I don't know. I don't know if you can or not. And I don't know if they'd be number 6s or number 8s, and they are a number 8. And I guess you can remove them just like that. Throw it on the ground. Okay, so you could remove these if you want, and I don't want, but so I'm not going to pull that half off, but okay. I guess maybe there's some jurisdictions of the jurisdiction of I hate thumb studs that might you might not want them on there or something, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm all right with that. All right with that. So what do you think? You can get them on all different colors and everything. I just think it's a kick because it's got the Reate name on it, and it's affordable. I mean, oh God, somebody's gonna kick my ass over that statement. Relatively affordable as opposed to $350, $450 knife. Okay. And there's says Blue G10 Nitro S stone washed, Nitro V, I'm sorry, stone washed. And here's your little thingy in here, okay? PL-XT, damn you. And what's it say? It says stuff, falls out of my hand. 4.4 ounces Nitro V, thumb studs, all that. And then microfiber cloth, a Reate sticker, and there you go for your lock mechanism. You got another spring, and you got a little bit of hardware, and then a desiccant pack in here. Okay, so you're good there. And let's throw this back, because what we want to do, what we think we want to do, is to disassemble this little puppy. So what do you think? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I'm sure somebody's already done one, so I probably shouldn't do one, but I'm going to do one anyhow. Here we go. Because I want to know. And you guys can ride along. And let me see what we're going to do to destroy it. And here comes the spring and everything. Ring-a-ding-ding. Okay, so here's the one piece with the spring on it. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? Spring. Get an extra one in the pack. Goes in here. And I guess you get threads on the end of there. Okay. So let's... Now it just falls out. Okay, so now we've got number 8s on the body. Okay, there's that. Of course, here's the button. Button. Yeah, you can. Yeah, not from that side. You can't. Okay, so let's see what we are doing with this. I'm going to take this out. I don't know if I have to, but yeah, I guess I do. Okay. So there's that goes over the plate for switching it. Well, I'll just leave it alone. Okay, there's your front presentation side. See what's going on here? Machined out a lot of area for all the kind of goodies, and there's that. Okay, now let me see what this one looks like. No, it's just normal. Okay. Okay, let's look at all the cuckoo clock in here. Ooh, we got internal screws. And I'll bet they're number 6s. What do you want to bet? Yep, I bet they are too, and they are. Okay, now, how deep do you want to go down this rabbit hole? Okay, so let's take our little special screws that are holding in this liner thing. Okay, so when we push down, we roll this thing. Oh, this is the lock. So this pushes forward and keeps that from going around. And what do we got in here that... Let me see what this is. Okay, I just want everybody to get a good look at that. No, nothing I can see there that has anything to do with that, but okay, that's that piece. This is your lock piece, okay, that you put on there, okay? And then you've got a screw on this little collar, and I'm wondering, will this whole thing come off without taking that screw, or do I need to take the screw with me? Let's just do that then. Now let's hope I remember where everything goes. Okay, wow. Okay, there's that little piece that sits right in there. We'll try and remember you. Okay, now, are we blocking anything, or does does this thing clear that? Do we need to do anything to move this piece? Oh, yeah, we got to. Okay, yeah, there we go. I was wondering if that was blocking anything, and I guess it is, because you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, this liner comes right up to this collar, and that sits down on top of it. So this should now be able to release that, and it does. Okay, okay. So now here's our little stop, or whatever this is. But look at the, was that Alvin Lee and his little thing right there? Maybe? Okay, so this is still presentation side we're dealing with here. Okay, now what is, hey, there's some bearings for you. What do you think? You ready for some bearings? Damn, I ain't never seen bearings that big before in my whole dang life. Okay, so that is insane. And it comes right off. And so there's this. Now, flip it over. There's your stuff from the underside. It's all gooped up, and man, do I want to get into that? No, but there's your bearing ring. There's that. There's your bearings underneath. And then look at this. Is this like a spaceship? Lord almighty. And how do you do that? Okay, there's that bearing ring, and it sat like this. Bearings towards the blade like that. Okay. So I would have to, I can't push this back through, which, oh, there it is, Alvin Lee here too. And then this is steel, this back spacer is steel. You see this? I'm still not understanding this, are you? How all this works, and it would be fascinating to, no, to have a video of some sort. You know what? I bet if I took this off and this off, I could reveal that on the flip side of this. Whew. And that might be some shit, right? So let's, if we do that, what we need to do is make sure these screws go to this area here. What is falling? Nothing. Okay. And this screw is my pocket clip. Okay, that needs to come from here, like this. Okay, that all needs to go. Now, when we do this, then this lifts right off. Okay, there's the lock side, and there's this. Now, okay, I give up. No, I ain't taking all them off. I'm not taking all them off. But that's a disassembly. That's as much as I'm going to disassemblize, right? Now, do you bet me? How much do you bet me I can't get this damn thing back together? But you know what? You do those 4, then you can pull all this off. And you know what? I'm taunting myself, but you know what? I'm not going to do that. That's insane. I was just kind of interested. It's like, how does this do that? How does this mechanism work? Because we've got this whole thing sits down on here, and then that goes in, so it plunges in and out. What comes up and locks everything in place and makes it all function? And I guess it must be the underside of here, where you take those screws off if you wanted to, and you pull that whole thing out. You see where they're coming through, those little pins through there. Wow, who came up with this dream, huh? That's amazing. Okay. That's insane. That is insane. Okay, so we can just lay this right back over, just like that, and walk backwards. Walk backwards. You know what I'm saying? Oh. No, it's this one over here. walk backwards, and lay your gun down. And, jeez, holy crap, what do we got here? Okay. Lay your gun down and walk backwards. Okay, we're going to put this back in here. I think I've gone as far as I want to go and still understand how to, you know, kind of get a basic understanding of what it looks like and go from there. So, hold on. I want to basically lay this. It goes in here, and then this goes in here. So we're good there. And then this little doggy dog goes over here, like whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's stay on screen if we can. And I'm just trying to look at it carefully. Okay, just like that. And then I had internals here as well, which we're back in here. They are over here. And they were number 6s as well. And number 6 here as well. Okay, whoop. And we got it. Okay. What do you think? So far, so bad, huh? And then we had this insanity here, right? Because we unscrewed it. So that's what we did. So we gotta be nice and easy here about screwing this right back on into place properly. Okay. Not that I've got a tool to do that correctly, but I think it was just snugged up, basically. And then this little dog was set in here. And, it catches like that, doesn't it? Okay, where's the screw? Okay, there it is. Come on. I need you right here. That just catches those little teeth, doesn't it? Not like that, like this. Okay. Okay. Like that. Right? We'll see if we're going to get this to function correctly, and I wonder if it was really locked down that hard. And then this goes out here, and it was like this. Okay. And I don't know if we're going to get this to actually work the way that it should necessarily after doing this disassembly, because we may not have got it quite torqued down the right way. Oh shit, hold on, pull this back. There we go. Okay. I had to try a couple of different little tunes there. Okay, that goes forward, that locks. That supposedly unlocks. Okay. This can go forward, that locks. Okay, you can't unlock it, but you can like that. Okay. Is that correct? I think so. And there's this big dog here, which is a number 8, and it goes into where, you flip the pocket clip. And then this one is into the scale here. Okay. Okay, so what do we got? And oh, well, you don't lock it when it's that way, you lock it when it's closed. Oh, when it's open. And yes, that works. And if you push this, it, has that little bit of play still. Okay. And it's centered. How about that for a deep dive? Ooh, baby. So, I hope that wasn't too disappointing, that I didn't completely undo all the screws under this side of the pivot and pop everything out. But this dog goes in here and it actuates. And I guess I could have, if I would have removed, I don't know what I could have shown. Had I guess removed the scale and the liner and still been able to use this screw thing to actuate it, we'd see what we were pushing against to do the release. It is a mysterious knife, that's for sure. Interesting lock. How incredibly solid is this? It seems pretty damn solid, actually. So yeah, it's kind of a heavy duty, thick knife, but it's this lock mechanism. There's a lot to it, isn't it? Okay, I'm done. We love them knives, you guys. Check out my website for pre-owned knives. There's that menu tab that says on sale now. Check those out. That's a revolving door, and prices change on those too. All right, Reate, the XT, the PL-XT, and you guys stay sharp.